The essence of leadership is influence, not authority. I've chosen to start with this quote as I feel it wholeheartedly represents the way that the prefect body believe in, and it adequately describes the way that we chose to conduct ourselves over this past year. 2020 has been a year full of disappointments for me. I lost the chance to win my 100th water polo first team cap and play my final game. I missed the opportunity to play my third and final Clifton water polo tournament and become one of the few players to win it for 3 consecutive years. I lost out on my final winter season and compulsories, which I know was heartbreaking for everyone, but as a head boy, it's something that you look forward to desperately, as this is when the school spirit is at its highest. If we all examine our lives, I'm sure the coronavirus pandemic has caused some disappointment for each and every one of us standing here today. However, the 24 other gentlemen that make up this prefect body have in no way disappointed me throughout this year. In fact, they have done nothing but impress me. In January, we as a prefect body decided that there needed to be a change at Clifton, and that we were going to be the catalysts for this change. Our goal was to reinvigorate the Clifton way by focusing on the embodiment of the Clifton gentleman. Despite the never-ending turmoil of 2020, I truly believe that in many ways we achieved our goal. A large reason for this success was due to the diversity of this group. Each one of you brought your own unique touch to our endeavours this year, which helped us achieve what we did. Whether it be Matt Douglas's innovation, Sky's logic, or Ozzy's raw passion, each one of your unique characters helped develop this year into something that will always be remembered. Endless curveballs were thrown our way, especially since March, and each challenge was dealt with accordingly. The amount of originality, composure, and maturity that was shown throughout this year is nothing short of exceptional. I will always hold the utmost respect for each and every one of you. When we applied for this position, we all assumed that our roles would involve disciplining the school, helping out at school events, and working in our various portfolios. However, instead, we were hired the task of leading our school through a global pandemic. And I'd like to reiterate my words from earlier. Not a single one of you disappointed me. The only disappointment that we did have is that we didn't have the opportunity to have a normal matric year, as I know that this group could have taken Clifton to even greater heights. I'll forever be indebted to every single one of you for the work that you have put in, and you have all made my life so much easier over this past year. A special word of thanks needs to be made to the 2 deputies of this year. I've known Mike since grade R and Offensive since grade 4, but over the past year I've become immensely close to these 2 fine gentlemen. Neither of them has ever said no to going the extra mile, and I'm so grateful for the work that you've put in this year. With their passion and work ethic, I never felt that any task was too great to conquer with these 2 by my side. I couldn't have asked for 2 better friends to work with, and I cannot wait to watch both of you go on to do amazing things in this world. All of our tasks were made easier with the guidance and assistance of some staff members. While I know all the staff played some role with the prefects this year, there are 3 that I'd like to mention in particular. Firstly, I would like to thank Mr. Church. Sir, you have taught me an inordinate amount over this past year, about life skills that I know I'll be needing in my future. And I'm sure every single prefect will agree with me that they feel exactly the same way. It has been a privilege to work with you, sir. Secondly, I would like to thank Mr. Bresler. While many of you here today may think that Mr. Bresler is just a disciplinarian, anyone that's had the honor of working with him knows that he puts an unbelievable amount of effort into the school, so the Clifton gentlemen can enjoy themselves while always holding to the school ethos. So, this was especially true in this year, and I would like to say that we are all very appreciative of you. Finally, I'd like to thank my dad. Many people say that it isn't easy working with family, but it's been such an asset to have to meet the great head as my father. Dad, you have been my rock this year, and have helped all of us have the best matric year that we possibly could, considering the circumstances. My final thank you has to go out to the class of 2020 themselves. The success of the year is not judged on how the head boy conduct themselves or the prefects, but rather how we as a grade function. You have all been amazing this year, but what I really wish I could have seen was this grade at full flight, as I know it would have been something outstanding. I've made such great friends here in my 13 years here at Clifton, and all you boys hold such a special place in my heart. I know that we're going to produce some of the finest exam results that Clifton has ever seen. 5 years ago, we rang that bell and signed into that book. So, for a final time, let's go ring that bell, sign out, and go for that memorable swim together. I'm so proud of each and every one of you, and I know that each of you is going to change the world for the better. If any of you ever lose your way in life, remember, you have 98 other brothers that will always be there for you. Thank you.